A little bit of an update to a video I did yesterday talking about Lauren Pazienza, who's in a lot of trouble. This is a woman who grew up very, very privileged in life, super, super rich. Well, at least rich. Is a socialite. She basically just parties. That's her job. Partying and hanging out with other rich people. Well, she's in a lot of trouble. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, which you should, the quick story is that she's in a lot of trouble because she decided, well, you know what? I'm having a bad day, and this woman right here, this older woman, she might have been walking too slow or accidentally stepped in front of her. Whatever she did, she dared to upset Miss Laura Pazienza. And because of that, she shoved this old woman so hard that she pretty much busted her head open and died. So she's now sitting her ass in Rikers prison waiting for trial, though her rich parents are scrambling to get the $500,000 together to get her out. So, a couple of updates with this story. One, it looks like she's in a lot of trouble. I don't think she's going to get out of this, because basically the defense is going to smear her as a bitch. And it looks like they have tons of evidence on that. And I'm going to go over that in a second. But first, the other trouble that she has is the fact that she hid out from the police for 2 weeks. So, interesting little bit of information that I'm going to add that I didn't go over yesterday is in this video where she's seen walking from the crime scene, she actually walked back and checked on that woman to see how much trouble she was in. There's also a digital trail from her fiance's card because they use the subway in several places that pretty much position her right where that woman got killed. Well, where she got injured that led to her death. So she's in a shitload of trouble. And then to top it off, she knew she was guilty. That's why she hid out for 2 weeks. She hid out in her parents' house in the Hamptons. I don't know. There it is. Yeah, this is her parents' house in the Hamptons or Long Island home or whatever. And she hid out here for 2 weeks. Also, the day she pushed that woman, which led to her death, she deleted her entire social media account. You look pretty fucking guilty there. Like, this is bad. And as they say here, this is not a good case for the defense. She has no sympathy, one lawyer said. Like, she looks like she knew what she did and she tried to get out of it and hide her guilt. This looks bad. I'm not a lawyer, not an expert, but I think it's common sense that when a jury sees that, you're going to have a tough time convincing people that this was a good woman. And I would imagine that character witnesses will probably come up. And boy, oh boy, let me tell you, people don't like this woman. Every person that has come forward to talk about her has talked about how she's terrible. There's this video that's emerged of her mocking deaf people. This is her right here doing that. She's like using a voice. If you've ever heard a deaf person talk, they kind of, they can't hear themselves, so they don't talk quite, like me and you do. So this is her mocking them. That's not a good look. And then here's her being trotted off to jail. Gotta say, makeup sure does hide some stuff. Like, here's her. I don't know if they have that mug shot in here. Do they have her mug shot in this one? It's over on the other one. I'll just show you her mug shot. There's her mug shot. Makeup does wonders, huh? So let's take a look at what people that know her have to say. And this is what's going to really hurt her. I don't think she's going to get out of this. By the way, according to one article I read, she's looking at up to 25 years in prison. Now, I don't know what she's going to get. We won't know until the trial comes down to sentencing, but I don't think she's going to get out of this, though they do have a very high-powered lawyer. As you know from my previous video, I pointed out that her parents are very, very rich. She lived in an apartment building that they owned for free. This woman has never known any kind of hardship until today as she wakes up in Rikers Island. So let's take a look. We got some people that know her that have come forward and decided to chime in on what kind of person she is. She lives a life of privilege and later glamour in New York City's high society neighborhoods. Told the New York Post that she was sharp-tempered. Confrontational, and an elementary classmate has claimed she bullied fellow students. A former classmate of Pazienza told Fox News that when he moved in down the street from her in second grade, she began bullying him. The classmate claimed that she had a crazy look in her eyes and would kick him and call him and other kids' names. The other one, right here, let me come down to it. I've got a couple of things down here. Now, this source is somebody she knew in college, apparently. This is who turned in this goofy video of her acting like an idiot. This is apparently who she is. He continued, she's not a good person. She has a fiance, and she went to high school and she went to college, but none of those parts of her life were normal. Unpredictable and confrontational. The first source described Pazienza as abusive to her boyfriend and cheated on him on multiple occasions. He was reserved and very kind and seemed annoyed with her when I first met him and fearful of her. She is a very manipulative person. The friend watched with increasing unease, they said, as Pazienza's reckless behavior escalated. I witnessed her behave recklessly. She would throw herself in front of cars in the street. She was a complete wild card, the source said. I believe she was in control of her behavior. I saw her get so drunk she pissed herself, but I don't think any of it was drug-related. She was cold and calculated, they added. Here's some more. As time passed, they grew to fear Pazienza, who the classmate said took to spying on them. I would see feet beneath my door in my dorm and open it to see her running away down the hallway. It freaked me out, the friend said. Asked to sum up the former friend, the classmate said she was a predator, and I was very relieved when she was out of my life. According to the source, they detached themselves from Pazienza because of a growing alarm at her behavior. And while they may have not been surprised by recent events, they said, I've been very disturbed and very creeped out to think that person had any space in my life. The second source said there's no way that she meant to kill a person. I don't think that for a minute. Well, that's why she's not being charged with murder, right? She's being charged with manslaughter. But I can totally see that if she was having a bad day and somebody was in front of her, walking too slow, she would push them. That's the kind of edge she has. She's a danger. That's not a good look, Lauren. That's not a good look. Not a good look. These are the people that are going to probably be called to court to testify against her, and that's not a good thing to have said in front of a jury, that she's cold and calculated, and that you could totally see her shoving somebody out of her way, which is probably what happened. And that was my kind of guess, that this woman was in front of her, probably walking too slowly, got in this mean predator's way, and she pushed her, and that killed her. So she's in a lot of trouble. Then, of course, there's one more down here. Neighbors told the Post that they were not entirely surprised to learn of the charges against her, saying that she was known to have a short fuse and was frequently confrontational. There's always some type of issue, some type of complaint. You always know it's her. It's ridiculous, she said. So she's in a little bit of trouble. Rich, privileged socialite woman, going to jail for a long time, I would imagine. And, man, karma is a bitch, ain't it? So, it sucks. Sorry that this old woman had to lose her life. But I do think that this woman is in some trouble. And I don't think the money can buy her out of it all the way. So, let me know what you guys think. I will for sure be following this. I want to see what happens to her at the end of this court case. Anyway, let me know what you think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel, usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up.